So here we are, home sweet home. We got some stuff to do today, so let's take a look. I think we're going to start with the Thaumcraft stuff. Get the Silverwood Wand, the Thaumatorium, and maybe the Centrifuge all crossed off this list. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to nodes in jars this time because I'm going to have to take that Silverwood Wand, fill it up, go find some nodes, and then encapsulate them in a jar. I may do a couple of those off camera in the meantime, but I'll show you at least that process if you've never seen it before. It's not terribly hard, you just need a lot of V in order to pull it off. So let's go ahead and get cracking on a Silverwood Wand. So as you can see here, I have tricked out our arcane, what is this? The runic matrix, which is the runic altar, in a whole bunch of tallow candles, which is the white tallow candles. I could have gotten, colorful with them, but I'm a boring person. And I did this so that we'd have a little bit of stability. I think it's also making my frames a little real. Not too bad. But, yeah, that's going to make it so that these moderate level instability recipes are a little bit easier to pull off. And this is something that we're going to need also for today. So let's just pick that up and throw it down. So the first thing we want to do, of course, is to make ourselves that Silverwood Wand. And in order to do that, we're going to need to make some wand caps, and I don't have any Thaumium. Okay, so we're going to do something, because I have Thaumium, and it's borrowing against the future. We're going to go in here. I've got this Thaumium order backpack, which has a stack and a half of Thaumium in it, and we're just going to snag 2 ingots out of this backpack, because I'm certain that my customers don't actually watch this show, so they won't know that I'm putting their order back a little bit in order to do my own thing. So we're just going to turn that into Thaumium nuggets, and then we jump in here. Oh, I also took the opportunity. I filled up all 3 of these wands. I did use a little bit off of one of them, but that should get us through the rest of today. So we'll put that in there, and then we need to build 2 wand caps, like so. Could have built 3, but I only need 2. Alrighty. So we've got our wand caps, and there's still a little bit in there. Put the rest of those ingots back in there, and now we need to actually make the Thaumium stick, and I can't remember exactly how this works. So let's grab Thaumaturgy and Silverwood. So we're going to need 1 of each of the shards, a lot of various essentia, which I've got. Hit the wrong button. Silverwood log, which we've got, and then we also need a balance shard, which I'm actually not so certain that I've got a spare one, and I do not. Okay, so we're going to make one of those real quick. So in order to make a balance shard, we're going to need essentia of each of the basic primal types. So we've got air already. We're going to need, is it 1 or 2? Hold on, I think it might be 2. Let me double check that. I can look it up through here. Yes, it's 2 of each. So we're going to need... No, we don't need the air, because we've already got it. We need 2 aqua. What else is primal? Aqua. Oh, Ignis. It's funny. Ordo. Perdicio. Is that all of them? No, I'm still missing Earth, which is that one, and there's got to be one more, isn't there? Oh, no, I do have them all. It's aqua. Okay, so then we'll run over here to our crucible, toss all these in. There we go. Now we got ourselves a balance shard. All right. So then we need 1 of each of the various shards here. Oh, I can do that. Well, sorta. Nope, that's not how we want to do that. I was hoping that there was a way to just pull one out. I'm sure there's a button for it, but I've never really thought about it until this moment. All right, and then we need an air shard. And then we need also a Silverwood log, which I have Silverwood logs aplenty thanks to Chromatocraft. I'm really going to miss Chromatocraft when I move to a different pack. Chromatocraft is great. It's also kind of a laggy beast. So it doesn't play well when you have giant packs like this. It's very, very much a smaller pack kind of mod, unfortunately. So it does kind of play hell with the server, but it is a very nice mod, and it gives you some nice stuff for Thaumcraft. Alright, so at one point we need a balance shard, and then either side, so air, fire, water. Alright, so let's try to get this going here. So balance shard here. Then we need air and fire, then water, air. Of course, we're going to have one that isn't taken up. Alright, sorry about that. So now we got, we need earth, then water. Let's do earth, and I think we're going to skip this block. I know that technically that will add instability, but you're going to, I think part of that moderate is the fact that you have an odd number of stuff, which makes stability kind of an issue. And then we get water. I think it's then chaos and then order. No, it's actually order then chaos. Okay. Order. And chaos. Okay, so that should be as balanced as it can get. We should grab one of all of these shards. Oh, I should make another. Alright, 1 second while I make another shard of order. I might actually have one upstairs. Let me double check real quick. I might have one up here. If I don't... Alright, no. Give me a second while I make another balance shard and then get one extra of each of everything so that just in case this thing blows up, I don't end up losing a whole lot of Essentia. So give me 1 second there. Alright, I think we're ready. Doing one last check here to make sure I've got everything. Let's see, all of the 6 primaries plus, it's either Precantatio or Potentia, but I've got both, so it doesn't matter which. I've got everything in place. I think we're ready to launch this guy off. So now I need to grab my wand. And I put everything on my board just in case something goes wrong, and we can start this going. Let's check her out here. So we got to keep an eye on this thing, make sure that we don't have anything explode. And if we do, we need to replace it real quick. Looking good so far. Picking up everything that it needs very slowly. So we've got everything still in place. I think I just got... no. Alright, so it sucked everything that it needed in. Now it's going to start gathering up all of its bits. Looks like it's doing good so far. Already grabbed 2 of the shards. Got another one. Another one's in. Come on, guys. Don't blow up on me. Don't blow up on me. I've got particles down at minimum, so it's kind of hard to see some of this happening. Normally you see a lot of shards go, or a lot of bits go in there, but I've been having some particle issues, so I'm not going to apologize for having it low. So it looks like that went off without a hitch. That's actually amazing. I almost always have that one blow up on me. Alright, so we'll put all this stuff back in. Yeah, that can go back in. Actually, I need it. Never mind. That can stay out with me. Alright, so now we will grab our finished shtick, and it is time to combine it into a Thaumium Silverwood wand. And I think I actually need to infuse this with some stuff. Oh, that's right. These are inert. I gotta charge these up too. Okay, so let's look and see what that needs. Let's grab our... Did I put my book back in here? I did. Okay. Okay, so I forgot. I have to charge the caps up too, and the caps are over here. That we already did. We gotta charge it up with 3 Salus Mundus, Aurum, and Potentia, which I think I've got Aurum, yep, and Potentia, yep, okay, so I think I've actually got the Salus Mundus to do that as well. Did I do that? Please tell me I did that. I didn't do that, did I? Could have sworn that I went through the trouble to do that. Well, alright, give me a moment to put some Salus Mundus together, because apparently I didn't do that, and I could have sworn that I did. Alright, Salus Mundus and wand caps in hand. Now we are finally ready to do this thing. So we'll put that there. We'll put 1 Salus Mundus there. And then I think the other 2 can go there and there. I think that's balanced enough for this recipe. I'm not so up on exactly how this one works, but here we go. Let's see if this goes. So it's going to drag in all that stuff. Need to keep an eye on Salus Mundus. As you can see, I made extra Salus Mundus because I know that one... Yep. I know that one of these... Oh, I need a block. I need a block of some kind. I need a block of some kind. I need a block. I need a block. I need a block. Bloodwood planks. And then, shoot. And then it just took out a whole bunch of candles, too. I don't... No. There we go. I need my axe. Oh... this is bad. And then, okay, so suck everything else in without knocking it off? Okay, good. So then I can clean this up and do it again. Pick up all my candles here. Ugh. Well, that didn't go smooth. But I know that this is a, and like many others, it is a very unstable version because it has an odd number than those two there. I think what I may have to do in order to prevent that from happening next time, because as soon as it took out all those candles, it got even more unstable. That probably drained a ton. Yeah, look at that. Drained almost 60, almost a quarter stack of that, which is unfortunate, but I think I've got actually a fair amount of that stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so then this should be a good to go. Yep, charged Thaumium cap, so we'll put the other one on there. I don't think there's any more cleanup to do. Let's not have that on my bar. Oh, good, we got a server restart coming, so be able to finish this up just in time. Let's try here. I don't think this... Actually, I think this is worse if I do it. If I do it there and there, I think it's actually worse. I think we need to go there and there. Because it's got to be reflected across the center. And if I try to do there and there, while it would feel more equal, it would actually have no symmetry. So I think that would be worse. So let's just give this a go. Got my blocks on this time. Drain its potential, its arm in real quick. Does that lickety-split. Then we got to keep our eye here. That one's draining in just fine. That was weird. That one gave me the particles. That one's going to drain in. Good, 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 good. Don't zap this one. Take it in. Come on. Do it. All right, good. Whew. That one was a lot smoother. Thank you very much. Yeah, that drained the amount that it was supposed to. That other one drained a lot, which is unfortunately because this arm over here is one of the more irritating essentials to get, and it just wasted a whole bunch of it because it decided, oh, let's knock it off, destroy a bunch of your candles, and throw flux down all at the same time. Hooray! Okay, so the last thing we've got to do is put this together, which is probably going to take some more. 54. Which should take... Generally, you can do this with this wand. I know I've done it before. Gold caps, 95% V cost. Oh, is it because I'm not wearing the full suit? Do I need the glasses, too, in order to get the discount high enough in order to make this actually work? Because I know that with a gold-banded Greatwood wand, you can get this all low enough that it'll actually go through. Hold on, I'm going to make myself another pair of goggles, and we will be right back. Alright, made myself a pair of goggles. We're just going to swap them in real quick. It's a 5% discount, so that may be the difference. That might have been what I was missing. You may need an actual full suit in order to pull this off. And indeed... that is what the difference is. Okay, so now we get our Thaumium embossed Silverwood wand. This is the nice one. It's got that 100 capacity, twice as good as our old Greatwood wand, which we will still keep around to occasionally fill up and use for smaller projects. But from now on, most of our work is going to be done off this wand because it's just got a lot more capacity. And when I've got the full suit on like I've got here, I've got a fairly nice discount. It's upwards of like 15% with this wand, if I remember correctly, something like that. But that, I think, is going to some of that's going to have to wait till later. I forgot that I needed to use so much in order to make this wand, so I actually think we're going to have to wait on the Thaumatorium, because I believe that takes 30 in order to work. Although, with my discount now, let's try it. So we're going to try to build the Thaumatorium. I don't think it's actually going to work, because I don't think I've got enough Thaumium, or not Thaumium, enough V in a wand, in the Ironwood wands, because they do have a penalty associated to them, but I've also got a full suit on, so maybe it'll get back to where it needs to be. But otherwise, we can at least build the... what's it? The spinny thingy. Centrifuge. Thank you. At least build a centrifuge while I'm down here, if nothing else. So we're going to try to build the Thaumatorium. Now, the Thaumatorium should be a crucible with 2 alchemical constructs on top, like so, and then you smack it with a wand that has at least 30 in it. We don't have a wand that has 30 in it, but I do have a wand that's got 25 in all aspects, and I'm wearing the full suit, so let's see if this works. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so I am going to actually have to do this with a filled Greatwood wand or with my Silverwood wand. Unfortunately, that's filling up wands takes a fair amount of time since we're kind of before the time where I can actually fill these up automatically, so that is unfortunate. Let me just double check real quick that I did build that right, because maybe I built it wrong. I have been known to get things wrong. I've been known to click on wrong things, so Crucible and 2 alchemical constructs, which is exactly what we got. Unless the Crucible has to be empty, but it's, again, it requires 30 of each, and I just don't think that with the penalty on the iron-capped wand, and with my bonus, I don't think it's enough to bring it down, because my bonus is below... No, my bonus is exactly 10%, which would bring that cost down to 27. So yeah, we're not quite there. So yeah, all right. So instead, let's grab that wand. Actually, we might be able to do it off this one. Let's build the... What's it called? The centrifuge. I keep wanting to forget what it's called. So the centrifuge. We'll just pull it up in the book real quick. Construct in the center, pipes up and down, alembic and piston to the sides, and then some various V, which may or may not be in the lower of the 2 wands. We shall find out. So that there, and then this here. We'll throw this wand in first. Oh, it does. Good, it's got enough stuff. So, alchemical centrifuge. This is actually for me, an important block for doing more with Essentia, because what it can do is it can take a complex Essentia and break it down into its composite parts. So if we look at, say, let's go back to basic information here, pull up aspects of magic. If we look at, say, Infernus, it can break it down into Ignis and Precantatio, which, for the most part, is actually going to be more useful than having Infernus, because Ignis and Precantatio are actually 2 Essentias that we need for a large number of infusions. And by the same token, things like Ordo, which are typically very difficult to get just out of straight, materials, or out of just, burning something in a furnace. Instead, we can do something like, burn a crafting table, which gives us Instrumentum, which then does Humanus and Ordo, and there we have an ability to get the Ordo without having to directly do it. There is going to be a little bit of Humanus that's going to burn off of that too, but again, it's a much easier way to get a hold of Ordo because crafting tables are 4 pieces of wood, whereas otherwise you have to use silver wood or some other kind of magic-y things in order to get it. And while I do have a lot of silver wood, I don't have as much to get a good Ordo supply as it would be easy to do with just regular wood. So yeah, that's going to help out a lot now that we've got it. I will set that up later. All that is that you just pump Essentia into it, which you can do right out of an Alembic if you want, which is what I typically do. And then I'll set that up probably back into these crystallizers here so that I have, basically I would burn something, crystallize it, and then have it go back into the array there. Alright, so I think we're going to be done with Thaumcraft for today because everything else is going to be kind of dependent on me filling up this wand, which I will do off camera. You guys don't need to see that. That will be me cage battling for probably half an hour in my spawn area. Now that we've got all this stuff, let's pull off glasses and get back into Botania mode. We got a lot of stuff to do in Botania today, so we'll just take this stuff. Why did I do that? I've actually... Oh, okay, there we go. We've got a lot of stuff to do in Botania, so we might as well get right to it. Let's get all the stuff back in my belt. So today, what we are going to do in Botania is finally fire up our portal to Alfheim. But the problem is that because my mana generation is so slow, because while this is nice and automatic, it's not fast. In order to get, mana to fill up and to get enough trees and charcoal and stuff going through, I do have to log out for the night and go to sleep and possibly, go to work the next day and then come back 24 hours later, and it's generally caught up by then. So it's certainly not a fast system. Because of that, there is no way that I'm going to be able to keep this gateway open, 24/7. There's just no way. So what we're going to have to do is turn it on, process all the stuff that we want through it, and then turn it back off. And we're going to have to do that after server restart because I completely forgot that that's what we were trying to get through the wand real quick for. So we're going to have a server restart. In the meantime, I'm going to gather up all the materials that I want to throw through this gateway. And we will meet back here after all that. So see you after the... Well, I guess see you in a very brief amount of time because I will jump cut this.